Welcome to the Lake Forest Podcast, a podcast about the lovely city of Lake Forest, featuring topics like local news, sports, music, people, food, and shopping carts. My name is Pete, and I'm joined with the voice of the Lake Forest High School football, basketball, lacrosse, chess team, Skoo. Skoo.
The Lake Forest Podcast is supported by viewers, listeners, and businesses just like you. Looking for the best pool supplies? Look no further than Dohany's Pool Supplies. With a history dating back to 1967, this family-owned business offers everything families need to keep their pools clean and sparkling, from chemicals to equipment. Plus, customers enjoy free shipping on all orders. Visit Dohany's Pool Supplies today at doheny.com, doheny.com, to learn more. Forest Bluff Real Estate Team serves Illinois, Wisconsin, Lake Forest, and Lake Bluff. John Josephitis, Laura Lee Van Fleet, and of course Michelle Parnell. Get a free market analysis now at forestbluffrealestate.com. For the best cannabis in the world, look no further than Iliad Epic Grow. Owned by Lake Bluff's own Rich Ruzich, they are a cannabis cultivation center focusing on hard-to-find small batch products that will delight both the occasional user and ganjier. When visiting Michigan, ask for it by name. Epic Products, exceptional process. For more information, email info@iliadgrow.com. Havey Communications has been helping first responders arrive safely since 1983. It's owned by Lake Forest-owned Mike Havey. Check them out at haveycommunications.com. We'd also like to say we're thankful for our Patreon supporters: Matt A., Elizabeth C., Costa, Lance, Otto, RDM, John C., and Mike Adelman. Shout out to the Lake Forest Breakfast Group, Broad Stop and Captain Mike's in Kenosha, the Greentown Tavern, and the Frolic Lounge in Waukegan. Walker, how you doing, Scoop?
Doing well, Pete. Good morning. Beautiful day.
Beautiful couple days here.
But one hail of a week.
One hail of a week? That's an interesting word.
Wow. It's the buzzword for the last week.
Hey, to all of our watchers and listeners in Naples. It's raining like it's raining bad, but it's beautiful here. So.
It hailed bad last week.
Oh, that's true. I saw that. It was mostly on the west side.
No, it was on the south side, over in Whispering Oaks area, and some in West Lake Forest too. Big hail.
I saw big chunks. Ooh. It's that time of year.
A lot of weasels going knocking door to door. Picture roof, just sign here.
A lot of weasels.
Do not sign those contracts, people. Call your insurance agent. Don't sign any contracts. People's knocking on your door. They're scams.
Call Dakota Insurance before anything.
Can't get a hold of your agent? Call me. I'll consult with you.
Hey, that's what friends are for, Skoo. So speaking of weasel,
oh, sorry. And
so speaking of weasels,
you got a lot of weasels on your docket here.
Well, I'm trying to get on to the next thing, but when you have bad actors and
they feel like they're bad actors. There's a reason they're bad actors. They're bad.
But if you don't call them out, then they're going to do it again. So all the people that turned on the caucus, out. Want them out, Skoo. Leaving it at that. Leaving it at that.
I think that stuff's going to work its way through.
Well, I think Aruka already got voted off the island.
Gee, wasn't his time up?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, wait.
I resign. Well, you're ending.
That's great leadership right there. That is great leadership.
And the leader he's gone now too. What's his name? David Hunt. Sayonara.
What board is he going to try for?
Oh, he's going to try for everything. Trust me. I mean, anyone that puts his picture out on every election paraphernalia that goes out there, his picture above everyone else. I don't know what it is. Is it called EGO?
I think it's
No.
called Weasel-O.
He survived. Caucus survived, and now time to move forward. And I just have a feeling, like we talked about last week, things are going to work its way through, and all these people that supposedly hate the caucus and all that. Hey, I got an idea. I got an idea. We should
tell. Light bulb over your head.
We should kind of change our role, or I guess call it our format.
Shtick.
We should focus more on what goes on in the city, businesses, people, try to be more transparent to people. I mean, I don't think we tell both sides of the story and all that. And I think we should create something that is more transparent, like the podcast, and kind of change our format so more people like it. I mean, I really think that's what the community needs. I mean, we've just been so anti everything that I think we really got to focus on showing both sides. And I would like to throw out there an invite to the new Transparency or whatever that group is, John Trkla. I grew up with John. I grew up with him, went to high school. He created this transparency group. Please come on the show, John. Let's talk about it, what that's all about, and hopefully you can educate us and we can have nice
be transparent
back and forth on what we can do together to be more transparent for the community and communicate. Because I tried to follow and jump on that Facebook page because I thought it was a great, thing that they're educating people, but they didn't let me in.
You tell.
Why is that not transparent? I mean, why I can't join that group? John, come on. Come on the show, John. Give me a call. We're buddies. We grew up together. Let's chat.
Like this. And
we're just having a beer. We play basketball together, baseball, everything, football. Come on.
Well, Skoo,
let's change our format, Pete. Come on, let's do this. We're not transparent enough.
I'm trying to help them out by reposting their stuff on our Lake Forest, Lake Bluff news, so we can leave the comments on, because they limit who can comment on their posts.
I think it's a fantastic thing that they've put together. I really do, because we do need to be more transparent in this community. And when people are disgruntled, they need a place to go. But come on, John, come on. I wanted to join your group and I couldn't. I got shot down by the Facebook people for some reason. I'm not a good guy. I live in the community. I do, come on. John Trkla, come on the show. Let's talk.
Johnny boy.
How can we do all this together and make everything right?
Johnny is mayor of the island that houses the people of the land of near misses, the land of broken toys, the outcasts.
No, I'm not going to say that. Come on, Pete.
I did.
Let's get together. There's a lot of people on this group, I guess, that have issues. Let's all hug each other. We're like Foresters. I love my community. Let's talk. All's forgiven. You guys got great articles you're sending out there. Come on, and let's talk about them. Please.
It's all these people that a lot of them were in a position of influence that could have done something while they were there and didn't. And now they're going to do something now when it doesn't matter. So, congratulations.
No, they're doing good stuff. Come on the show. Let's chat.
All right.
You got a Facebook page. You guys are sending out great literature. Come on the show. Let's
Come
talk
on the
about
show.
it. Let's
Talk to Uncle Skoo. He'll be
Come on,
nice
John.
to you.
Come on, John. We
John
love
will
you.
be so nice to you.
We're like Foresters. Come on.
Speaking of Lake Foresters, Skoo, I was doing my little walk around town yesterday.
Is that you that yelled at me?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
That was me walking by your place.
Well,
and I'm sure you were on the phone.
I was.
Okay. So I just kept walking, and I was with the missus.
All I saw was big clubs and someone yelling.
Clump, clump,
walking by.
clump, clump, clump. And as I'm walking by your establishment, I meet a wonderful person named Grace. Walking by, she says, "You are the Lake Forest podcast." I go, "I'm part of it." Yes. Loyal listener, watcher, Grace, very nice lady. Thank you, Grace. I wanted to say hello and thank you. Thank you. So, we kept walking, and I felt this gravitational pull.
Were you singing "Do What Did"? No.
No.
Okay.
The last time I was out was on a Tuesday, and it was Tuesday yesterday, and I saw these open garage doors that just pulled me into Duffers.
Pulled you in, huh? Did you go through the window?
I thought I could, but no, you have to actually walk around and go in. But went in, sat down, had a nice electrolyte beverage.
Isn't that great? Just kind of open air like that.
Open air.
Till a bird comes flying in and hits a patron in the nugget.
Well, so you're just sitting there watching things happen. I'm like, wow, this is a great seat. And the next thing I see, that somebody's trying to parallel park Brunch.
Oh, God.
Somebody's going to be giving you a call, Skoo.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Were they actually trying to parallel park, or did they say, "I got a car that does it itself"?
No, you didn't even really need it. There was open spaces all over the place, and this person just, I don't know why, was trying to prove something, and Bruncharoo, and I'm like, I turned my head really quick to not look, so that way, I'm not a witness.
Right.
So it was.
Did they get a hold of the person they hit, or did they just take off?
Well, the person that they hit was sitting right behind me, who says, "That's my car."
It's kind of like the Mountain Dew commercial and the monster truck thing. Is that your car?
Is that your car? So I'm like directly in front of him. He's just watching this happen in slow motion. I'm like, "Oh, you poor dude." And this person,
what car was it? That's the next question.
The SUVs, Dinger, nothing too crazy, but I thought that was kind of interesting, in a span of, I don't know, not just sitting down, wet the whistle and, see that happen. Next thing on the list here, Scoobert, is during this walk, I also saw our old friend Monica, who has, she doesn't like, she represents a group of people that don't like certain books that are at the library. And, questionable books, Skoo. We had a show last year that we talked about it, and she's not.
Was Monica on the show? I know a lot.
No, I went over to her house. I had lemon bars, and she had all the books in question. And then I also talked to Catherine Lemmer, the old library person. She gave us the 411 and how they do the books. Now, I believe Catherine is somewhere in Ohio. So whoever the new person at the library is, I'm going to try to reach out to you, my friend. I told Monica I would get to the bottom of these books, because it's almost like, don't you need like the a bean curtain or something that you can go through to see these books, like the old videotape stores?
I was just gonna say that's the video. I'm talking about the videos. Don't go behind that curtain. Why? It's not for you.
It's not for you. Or the double doors. So
Behind the curtain.
all right. So Monica, I would say working on it. And then our buddies over at the Lantern have a great marketing promotion out there. They have somebody wearing a bunny hat. And they say, who is this person? And I think we know who it is. Our vote is Sky the Guy, who did one food review for us.
Doesn't he go by numerous names?
It depends. It
Doesn't he
depends.
own the Lantern now? I thought he bought the Lantern.
I don't know. He's part of the recycling program there. But I'm gonna put a picture of the bunny hat, here, and
Isn't Easter over? How was your Easter, by the way?
I went over to family invited me over to Knollwood.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Wow.
And I had to fill out a rider, and there was, what you can wear, what you can't wear, and because I'm a fashionable guy, Skoo.
Would you have your red, white, and blue vest on and your cowboy hat? I'm here. Happy Easter.
I don't think that would work there, but I'm not a country club guy,
your,
but
pink khakis on and yellow button down and
sport coat.
sport coat.
Tie was recommended, so to me that's not mandatory. Dress slacks, tailored slacks, and dress shoes. But out with family.
You have a drink with an umbrella in it?
No, I was low key.
Sierra?
You know what?
No arrow?
It was a late seating. We were like the second shift. But it's very nice. The food was fantastic. The family invited. The price was right. I'm appreciative.
What door did you pick?
What door?
You said the price.
Oh, never mind. Right. Yeah, or curtain.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. There's a great Netflix documentary on a dude that memorized all the prices, but I digress once again. So Knollwood, very nice. If anybody would like to have us as a guest to help burn your commitment each month, I'll have no problems going in and killing it.
Knollwood's a great club.
So very nice. Next thing on the list is Skoo. I am pretty upset with the Jewels.
Who's Jules?
Jewels.
Oh, Jewel. The store.
Jewels. Yeah. The Jewels from 1986. It's on Western and Western Road.
Jewel, the food store.
Yeah, Jewels.
They're talking about Jewels from about last night or whatever.
Oh. So
What's wrong, Pete?
I rarely go into stores. Rarely go into stores. Wife was a little under weather, need a little beverage. Likes a specific kind of lemonade. I said, I'll go get it right away. When they don't have it at Walmart, it's only at this Jewels. So
Jewel, no S.
Yes, Jewels. If you're from the city, it's Jewels. So I go in there, and I forgot. The last time I was in there was probably 2 years ago. These shelves are. I really feel like I'm a lot bigger than I am when I go into that place.
Jewels?
Jewels, yeah. Because it's like the same exact everything from like 1986 in there. So I get the product, and then I come out, and I got my shopping cart, and I got a bunch of beverages. So it's not, if I could hold it in my hands, I would, but I had a bunch. They had a deal. They had a very good deal. So I'm, wheeling this cart. It's not even the big cart, it's the little cart. So I dump the stuff in the old car, and then I'm like, all right, where does this cart go? There's nowhere to put the cart.
Just put it back in the store.
So you have to go. I'm all the way at the very end, and I did walk it up, and I'm looking for the
they have a line right there next to the building.
There's nothing there.
I know. You start the line.
Here's the front. Here's the side of the store. Normally there's like a chute where you put the carts in. Chute. Where?
Right next to the entrance. Were there any carts there?
If you open the store,
they line them all up there, so start a new line.
Why don't they put a chute there? It's one parking spot.
There is kind of a chute.
No, there's nothing.
Right next to the building.
So all the complaining that you had about people not bringing their carts back, they're laying them all over the landscaping. Come on, Jules. Put a freaking chute in. What the hell?
Or just take your cart up and put it in next to the door there.
I know you're very progressive, Skoo, but one parking spot could put these things in there, and then you wouldn't have them laying all over the place.
They're going to have to take out one of the drive-up parking spots, so people don't have to go in the store. They can have people bring their groceries out to them, and they lose that spot. That's going to be tough to lose that parking space.
You're losing parking spots anyways because people are scattering these carts all over the place. So I know Jules is like a mom and pop store. There's only this location
owned by a company called Albertsons.
Okay. So I guess they're kind of big. So whoever's responsible for that store, Albertsons, I'm going to have to get involved in this. If I was a mayor, I would run on, there's got to be a shopping cart chute at Jules.
There's one right next to the building. I was there this morning, and there were carts lined up, all hooked up right next to the building. And the kids pull them out and bring them in there.
Okay. There's nothing on the outside, on either side.
On the outside.
Zero. I'm putting a video right here. Nothing. Okay. At the end of the day.
I bet you go over there, right next to the entrance door. There's the pillars, and then there's a chute that they put all the carts in.
That's inside the store.
That's outside the store. Telling you. You've obviously never been there to Jewel.
I got video.
That's where they I'm great. I can get a video too and show you that.
Okay, great. Touche.
And I agree. They probably should have a chute, but you know what?
Thank you.
It's not too difficult. It's not too difficult to
put a chute in.
To walk the cart back to the store that's 5 feet away from your car instead of leaving it in the street or the sidewalk.
I walked it all the way back. I put it all the way up in the front of the store. You know what happened? It rolled backwards back onto the driveway. Stupid.
You should have put it in the store.
Corporate stupidness. So
I would agree. There's not a chute, but on the flip side,
there's no flip side. It's stupid.
You can avoid a lot of it. It's just instead of I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about everyone that leaves their carts on the sidewalks, across the street, in the parking lot. I mean, come on.
Skoo, they roll back. I'm just telling you, they roll back. It happened to me. I almost hit a car with it. Does insurance cover me if my shopping cart rolls backward into a car? Or is that an act of God?
No.
All right.
I run away.
There's no running here. A brisk walk. All right, going on to the next thing. Jim Swarthout.
Poop bags too.
Poop bags. Don't get me going. Don't get me going. That's right. We got a new sheriff in town with our guy Randy. He's gonna get on that.
Yeah, right.
Jim Swarthout.
Swarthout.
I saw a Dorfman piece. I didn't know who the guy was, but he
Mr.
definitely
Mayor, Jim Swarthout.
Swarthout. He played a role in the rec center. Is that correct?
Played a role in a lot of things. Great man, great family.
volunteer firefighter, 3 years as Lake Forest mayor.
He's what everyone that wants to volunteer in Lake Forest should look to, and how he and his family volunteer. Great family, great human being, and everyone should strive, that wants to volunteer should strive to look back at his history and his family and how they volunteered and how they served the community without agendas. And all they did is they served because they loved the community. That's how it should be.
And he worked with Frank Waldeck, making a deal to the first Tallis Hall at Lake Forest College.
Right. Yep.
Interesting.
Great family. And again, I've said it before, everyone that volunteers or wants to volunteer needs to look back and look at the history of Lake Forest and people that served, and because these people still live in the community. They're great people, and clearly demonstration of what volunteering is all about, without agendas, doing what's right for the community, not for what you want to do, but just loving the community. And that's how the Caucus was built. And, hopefully we can get back to that mentality about volunteering.
Amen, brother.
But a wonderful human being. Wonderful life, great families, great family, as well as all their kids and all that. So went to the service, fantastic service, and just a great guy.
Well, for us semi-newcomers, we have to study up on this history, and he's one of the founding. I would say founding, but he definitely played a hell of a role, more so than us, in getting Lake Forest.
With the rec, you just look at some of like Tallis Hall, the rec center,
right.
Everything around here. That's what I'm talking about. Not necessarily, he was a mayor back in the 70s or 80s or whatever it was. No, but his footprint is still resonating today, and that's what it's all about. And
well, he served as well, and he came back from serving. His old man had a dealership in town.
He had a Ford dealership, I think it was, and a gas station. Gas station was right where Berkshire Hathaway is right now. No, I'm sorry. That was one building. Right where Bank of America is, where the gas station was. And I remember as a kid, wheeling my bike up there. He'd let me in the back area, learn to patch my tires there. Anytime I had a flat, I'd wheel it up there. They'd let me in there.
They said that was like a meeting place. A car dealership's a meeting place in town. Like,
I'm telling you, when I was growing up, there were more car dealerships and more gas stations. It's just unbelievable.
Now Lake Bluff soaks them up. What is so good about Lake Bluff? Why do they all go over there? Cheaper or less restrictions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
more benefit, expand and all that. Yeah. Lake Forest Sports Cars was in Lake Forest. Right in town there. House was in Lake Forest. Right where the grill is. Pasquazi's was out at the West Lake Forest corner there, and where there's nothing there. But we keep trying to get a gas station in West Lake Forest, but the neighbors feel like it's too intrusive when there was a gas station there before. They don't want another gas station. But yet they complain because I'm running out of gas at West Lake Forest and I have nowhere to go.
What's up with that gas station across from the hotel? Deer Path?
Oh, yeah. Well, that was Texaco. And then across the other way from the Deer Path Inn towards where they park cars, that was a gas station. The Texaco station is, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it still has tanks underneath it or something, but there's some reason they haven't.
Well, the environmental, you have that petroleum's crap underneath there.
Right.
it costs a lot to get it cleaned up. So, I mean, that would be a great place to have for a bar with the garage doors and.
Yeah, and I don't know if the guy that owned that station still owns it or what the deal is. And but yeah, I mean that's been talked about as a parking garage, a whole bunch of. But that again, that's a place that possibly should be developed down the line.
At least a parking lot.
Right. I mean, I think some places that I think over across from the Shell station, right at Oakwood and Deer Path, the south lot there, it's a big parking lot. I tell you that would be a great place to develop. I mean, building, retail at the bottom, parking underneath. I mean, that lot's never full. It's just kind of space that needs to be developed. But and there's some neighbors right there. But you know what? That's what the city should develop. That's a good spot to develop.
Well, the new mayor's going to get all over that.
Right. Hopefully he. I don't think he can lead that effort anymore now that he's mayor. But hopefully they put someone in his slot to really kind of move that forward, because that would be just that whole Bank Lane all the way down. It's a great opportunity to develop portions.
Well,
we'll see.
I'm not a development expert, but you're going to have to increase taxes to give the money to these people to subsidize to go in there or something.
Right.
I'm not a tax increment financing guy, but
I think it's a trade-off, isn't it? If you can get revenue generating businesses in there, as opposed to non-revenue generating businesses, then you kind of lose that. But
instead
I
of
don't know. I'm not an expert either.
Well, if anybody's an expert out there, speaking of which, we're trying to get this newspaper going. There's got to be some people who know how to write in Lake Forest. See, that's the thing. I got people from Chicago. I got people from Highland Park that want to. No, you got to live in Lake Forest. You got to live in Lake Forest to be able to do this thing. So, haven't found the right person yet, Skoo.
You talked to the guy I sent you?
I tried a couple times to connect with him and zero. So I'll try for a third time. They say you got to try 7 times before you give up, Skoo. So
maybe mention mine.
Oh shoot, I guess I should. So Skoo, it's nice to have like a less stressful week. I don't say stress, just
it is nice. No, not for me, but I can't even go to my favorite establishment and have my favorite drink anymore.
Why is that? Why, Skoo? Why the fun?
I just I'm disappointed in my
what is your favorite establishment?
Where I go all the time, the Lantern.
Oh, what's wrong there? You got a nice
Nothing's
buddy.
wrong with the Lantern. It's all this stuff in the news about my favorite drink now.
Oh, Bud Light. Boy, did they was that planned or?
I have no idea. It's disappointing.
Well, who do they think drinks? The kids aren't drinking beer anymore. I don't care what you do. You can.
They're not.
They're not. So hard seltzer and all that crap. What was hard seltzer back in the day? What was that? Oh, come on. It was a
hard
clear bottle.
Was like
in the 80s. Hold on.
I know what you're talking about.
What's it called? Anybody that drank it, I just want to punch him in the face.
Like
Bartles and James, but no, this is began with a Z, I thought.
Zima. The blue bottle. I'm having a Zima today.
I mean, you're holding a red cup, not even a red cup, one of those crappy, transparent, clear ones. over a warm keg, and then some fool walks in with one of those. It's like, you know what that is? You know they're from Lake Forest.
I just, I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, it's. And that dude is only it's self-promoting.
I don't think you can call him a dude.
Why?
I believe that's how they want it. Well, maybe he's a they, but Bud Light, you like the Rust Belt, the Midwest, Missouri, and Kid Rock took out a shotgun and blew up all the beer.
I just think it's crazy.
Or maybe they meant to do that, but it's like it's a crappy beer anyways.
Ooh, no offense. Oh, come on.
Dude, it's rice beer. You like rice beer?
No, like Bud Light. Well, what should I be drinking then? Give me some ideas. I went from Bud Light to
you'd be an old style guy.
Ooh. I did the old style. It's harsh, man. The Pabst goes down
PBR,
hard.
the old school Meisterbrow or Braumeister turned into Miller Lite.
I'm not a Miller Lite guy.
Yeah, Miller Lite. It's
I might go to the Michelob Light or whatever it is.
The Ultra.
Ultra, yeah. I like the Ultra.
It's still and Budweiser's not even St. Louis anymore. It's Brazil or whatever the heck it is. So disappointing.
I'm just such a Bud person that it was like.
But the kids today, all they want to do is
they don't drink beer.
Well, if they do, it's that craft beer that they just dump a bunch of hops in it. It's like it's like a perfume bottle.
Yeah, I mean it's not. Yeah.
They want to know a story behind a beer. I want cold and cheap.
Maybe that's why they weren't at the Super Bowl this year. Didn't Bud pull out of the Super Bowl advertising?
I don't know. I didn't see the commercials.
Well, yeah, they did. No, they pulled out of the Super Bowl. They didn't have the Clydesdale.
The Clydesdales, yeah. I wonder if PETA went after them.
I don't know.
Because Clydesdales can't take care of themselves.
Just personally disappointing.
Fair enough. All right.
Got to find another beer.
And it's April 12th. I don't know when the Lake Forest Beach opens, but I think we should start now for all the D-bags out there to
Typically, it's Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
I mean, it's open, but
start working
at your own risk.
I think people need to start working on their manners with the people that work there.
Do that a long time ago.
You know, the people
but the warm weather brings that out in people. I'm going to yell at those kids.
That and Zima.
Well, those people that yell are those Zima drinkers. Let's not kid around.
Aren't these the people that have their own private yacht club down there?
There's no private yacht club.
Okay.
There is a yacht club, but it's not. There's not operated. I mean, they meet, but it's not their beach.
And then the Russians and the Eastern Europeans, wherever they're coming from, with their
probably Russia and Eastern Europe.
Yeah,
if they're Russians and Eastern Europeans.
But on the flip side, to the employees, make them put the label on the windshield. Don't let them hold it in their hand when they go through.
Oh, just as an FYI, Pete.
Yes.
Those have to be affixed to your vehicle.
Yes.
And you have till May. I just put mine on. Was it May 1st? To purchase and affix them to your vehicle. They should. The wreck, Sally, you need to enforce that. If these people come down and those stickers aren't affixed,
Yep.
Don't let them in.
Just saying.
Or you can just have them right there before you go down there. Please affix that city sticker to your vehicle.
And it's what, $75 now or 150 after?
Yeah.
Pay me now or pay me later.
But the key is, like you said, you got to affix it to your windshield.
Affix it.
Not put it in your glove compartment.
Not in your hand, passing it around.
Because we know what happens when you don't affix it to your windshield. That means your relatives out of state come in and they get the sticker.
That is correct. No, bueno. What if you're using your what if you have relatives using your car, Skoo? What are your thoughts on that? So I know when you walk down, you got to show your ID to walk down. Why don't you show your ID when you go in the parking lot?
I'm in a little quandary on that. I think it's okay, relatives, if they're using your vehicle.
Well, that's it. Relatives are using my vehicle. Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with non-relatives, non-residents.
Yeah.
Forging their way down there. But yeah, I agree. No, I agree. I mean, even if it's a family member, they should be, if it's a fee to get down there, if they use a car, that's nothing you can do. You're not checking IDs in the car. You're just checking the car.
All right.
But,
and what do we got to do to let a food truck go down there or staff the grill? More importantly, the beer lady, the beer cart down there.
That's a good one. I think the city has to pull back the reins on what their cut is by putting food down there. I think right now Kemper, I believe, is kind of pseudo managing that facility down there. I think the city needs to unleash Kemper to let them fully staff, fully run the food shop down there, and figure it out. I mean, I think that could be a tremendous opportunity to have actually food down there for the patrons when they're there. I mean, if it's not in the main place there on the beach, then go down to the South Beach. I think there's room down there. I mean, they got to figure it out. I mean, can't keep, having no food down there.
Well, I get if it's a cloudy day or whatever it is, but our mayor-elect's the one that worked on getting the booze approved down there. God bless you, Mayor-elect Tack. But we got to figure out a way to make it worth it to staff it.
Well, the problem, with the food truck, Pete, to be honest with you, I mean, I think it's great that you can get food trucks, but you get a food truck down there and it's like $30 for a taco or something. I mean, no one wants to.
Well, we got our boy Jeff Urso, who he's pretty good at scaling
there's
food.
Plenty, Susan Sims over at Left Bank. I mean, it's just the city wants to gouge them, to run their business down there.
Is that part of development?
No, it's part of the wreck.
No, but I mean, that's part of the problem is, you want to develop the city, but everybody wants to put a heavy tariff on things.
Well, I mean, and to be honest with you, the city's always had this gouging impact on whatever food distribution was going to go down at the beach. And it's just nonsense. That's why all these businesses that were down there in the past bailed, because it's like, this isn't for free.
Right.
We got to make money on here. We're providing good food and all that. It was just a, zero sum where they weren't making money. And, if they're not making money because the city's taking rent from them.
Who do we got to talk to, Skoo?
Sally, Rec Board. City.
Sally Rec Board?
I mean,
Sally Rec Board, I know you're not watching or listening.
This was a discussion when I was on the Rec Board. We got to get away from, have to make a profit on everything they do. And, If you want to have a
you don't want to lose
successful,
money.
well, yeah, but if you want to have success down, I mean, here's this. I don't know if you got the thing, but there's some recommendation from some citizen that they wanted to have share and lounge service down at the beach.
Oh, rentals.
Come on. I mean, it's like, here's something you should float by. What kind of food would you like down at the beach? Not, can we rent chairs and chaise lounges at the beach? You know what that's going to do? It's going to create, you think the kids down there that are working for, $3.50 an hour, getting yelled at because whatever.
Yeah.
How about the chairs now that are flying all around the place because people are screaming, I wanted that chair and it's not available. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, is to rent chairs and that stuff out. Let them bring their own stuff down. I mean, and if people are,
it's a hall, man. You can't. You got to go down those steps, and you can't go down the ramp.
It's a beach. It's not a country club. It's not.
It's Point to Hawk. It is a bluff. It's a cliff.
Yeah, and it's not.
I need a rope to go down there.
The beach is not a private country club that has, or a beach club.
It's my beach club.
Well, yeah, and it's mine too. And I don't want to see, chair service. That's going to create chaos, and it's going to cost a lot of dough, because what they're going to do chair service, and they're going to have these plastic piece of crap that, that's the next thing people are going to be screaming, oh, this isn't nice enough. We want nicer ones.
Well, we do cabanas and
I just think it's a joke. They need to get food down there before anything else. And
yeah, because you got picnic tables, you got barbecue grills out there.
Yeah, there's a whole opportunity for whoever manages the food service down there to parlay that into, dinner and all that stuff. I mean,
so Sally from Parks and Rec, I got to reach out to it.
Well, it's no longer Parks and Rec, I don't believe. I think it's Rec.
Oh, Rec. Okay, Rec.
The parks moved over to the
sanitation.
Yeah, so did the cemetery.
All right,
but the beach is still under the rec center. So
I am going to make a point of trying to get that thing corrected, because there's money there. I just don't.
Well, there's a lot of money there, and you know what? And they have the facility, and there's ways to go get at a cheap ovens and all that. I mean, they can do it. I mean, but they can also use the current facility there. And I mean, they say, oh no, we can't. But it's like, well, we did it before. We had full food service down there before, but the vendor that was there bailed because he couldn't make money, because he kept taking all his profits. I don't know.
And getting down there, you have the kids that are working the carts, but I think you need something where you need your own ramp to be able to wheel whatever.
Well, they're building that. They
are?
Yeah. I mean, there used to be a walkway all the way down, but it rotted and they had to take it down, and they're in the process of, that's going to be rebuilt. So yeah, you're going to be able to go down
all right.
Wheel stuff down there and all that. But I mean, that was a temporary thing because that was falling apart. But
all right,
yeah,
I'm on that.
You can't. I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's the biggest issue, is the food. More people complain about the food and lack of, and it just boggles my mind that the city of Lake Forest can't figure out how to get, food down. I'm not talking about a giant menu, but.
Well, you need somebody that, it might be tough for Left Bank to
no, it's not.
That.
They got a full portable food truck.
Okay.
They put all the stuff down there. They drive it down there. They used to have it down there years ago. They can get everything down there. They don't even have to use the facility. They can use their truck there, and but
so it was worth it for him back then. Something changed. if you talk to Sue, find out what does it have to be? Like you got to put a business plan together. It says
It's
this
a
makes sense.
gouge. Okay, let's put this. Okay, you want to put your food down there, in order to rent that place, it's going to cost you 30% of your profits.
Okay. So a third is for your product, a third is for the employees, a third's for the rent. So what you're saying is the margin has got to be around 10% profit, somewhere 10 to 5%.
Hey, I got an idea. If it's a local business, you don't charge them rent. Just let them produce there.
Get their taxes.
You're not staffing them. City's not staffing the workers there to serve the food.
Yeah.
All they're charging is to be in the building there. Maybe those are one of those things that you just don't. It's a nicety for the city, and you know what? We're not gonna, because you're not gonna make money. Let's be honest. Any food vendor that's down there,
yeah. If you got a grill, if the grill is closed, let these people come over.
No, but I'm saying is the city puts a vendor, call it left bank, and left bank goes into the facility there, right?
Yeah.
And uses that. Okay. And they do a great job servicing, but you know what? They're making no money because all their money's going to the city for being able to be down there. Maybe the city's not gonna pay for the fields.
Yeah.
It's not even gonna make a dent in that. So why even charging them? Sometimes recreation that's provided to the community is not a profit center. It's not. You're providing something to the community. So you know what? If you don't want to put the food down there yourself, let someone else come in there, sell it, let them take their profit, and you know what? Everyone's happy. Right? Why does the city have to gouge a vendor to serve food?
So Parks would be the gouger, right?
Well, it's the rec.
Or rec. Rec would, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It goes to,
back when in the 80s, I'm not sure when Left Bank was down there, but I'm sure when they did this plan, I don't even know if the meetings are available to look at, but I'm sure part of this thing was they said, well, we'll have vendors in, and because like they're doing vendors now for the turf, for those little. Is that the same thing that's going to happen? They're going to build the building out there with the grills, and they're not going to staff it and have anything.
Of course, they're not going to staff it. It's going to be, that's their biggest challenge now that it's got approved. Is how are you going to? What programming are you going to put on the out there to generate revenue? And you can't, if you don't have programming out there, you sure as hell can't have food.
You mean like tournaments?
Yeah. Well, they need to hire. There's professional organizations that all they do is you hire them and they get the tournaments and the people. Sorry, guys. I love the rec. No way are they going to be able to do this. No, they're not going to be able to do it. They're going to have their programming in the spring, their programming in the fall, and in the summer. There's going to be huge opportunity, and they can't do it. They need a professional in there setting up tournaments and all that stuff. And if they don't, it's just going to be what it is. It is now, just an empty park in the summer.
Skoo, I'm going to work on the food at the beach. You work on the tournaments.
I could do that.
Okay.
I used to do that, organize tournaments. But here's the thing. This is the funny thing. Like softball tournaments, that's like a big one to start bringing in softball tournaments.
Yeah.
It would be unique. Yeah, come play on our new turf field. We're gonna have a tournament and all that. Guess what? It's already being done.
Yeah.
There's no real cool. Let's go. And the other thing is you only have 4 fields. So where are their other games going to go?
So the new mayor's going to start what, May 1st?
Something like that.
May 1st. Okay. So he's going to come in, and I already told him, I said, if those pumps aren't working, Did they work for this last deluge? They must have, because I haven't heard any flooding.
Well, I did get a video, and I did see. I think it was Era cranking the wheel when it was raining. So I think he opened up the, or it might have been Freshlack. Can't remember.
Preshlack lives there like Rudy. Okay, so
Mike Thomas was beating them. Keep going, faster, faster.
So we have all these people terming off. Preshlack's terming off.
No,
Rummel's, he's not. Rummel's terming off.
Rummel, Bushman, and I think Rummel, Bushman. That's
Rummel,
it.
Bush. Okay. All right. And then we have the old and
thankfully.
God help us. Well, hey, congrats, John
But
Powers.
you know what? I'm sure Melanie and Ray will kind of resurface either in the caucus committee or on a border commission.
No, on that Lake Forest transparency website that you can't comment on.
John Trkla, come on. John Trkla, come on the show. No, I'm serious. They're probably going to resurface in some border commission. Hopefully the caucus sees that and says negative. But
well, all the old people leaving the caucus, hopefully they take our recommendation to make sure that these people play a role to guide decisions going forward, or at least advising, because the new people coming in don't know anything, won't know anything for a couple of years. And if they do, they're going to be shy and not ask any questions. That doesn't get you anywhere.
Right.
Exhaust the knowledge base that you have. And congrats to Joe.
Educate yourself.
Watch a few podcasts. Right?
Yeah.
And Joe Oriti, congratulations, Vice President. I think I'll lay off complaining about the Vice President turning into the President for a while now. We just have to deal with this next one.
Hopefully there's some influence, but you never know. Joe.
So Skoo, we're kind of decompressing here. Anything else coming up that we should let everybody know about? Oh, I know. Lacrosse, Coach Cat. She got Coach of the Year.
Nice.
Married to Coach Cat, Lake Forest College football. Wonder how spring ball's going.
Come on out to see the Scouts.
We're going to work our way out to see the Foresters this year, Skoo, I promise. And all those other people, I promise.
Podcast tent.
No, we're going to have one of those table and a microphone and say, change our mind on anything. Skoo Walker, another riveting Lake Forest podcast. Thank you so much. Gosh.
We are so transparent.
Hey, no commenting on this episode. We really love to hear what you have to say, but no comments.
No comment. And Pete, lay off all the people on Facebook, please. Come on, you're being too mean.
I already said my piece. In fact, hold on. One last thing. Speaking of Facebook, we had a comment. I want to address this. I forgot. Somebody asked us a question that I promised that I would bring it up, that you would be an expert on this question.
Really? That's fair.
With boring being a good thing, I'd be curious to Lake Forest podcast remarks related to the idea of putting a bike lane near nearby Highland Park, Green Bay Road, and the possible controversy. A bike lane near Highland Park, Green Bay Road, and the possible controversy that may have been going on with the mayor over there on this. Skoo?
Say that again?
His name is John. He says he'd like to know what your thoughts are on putting a bike lane on Highland Park, on the border of Highland Park and Lake Forest, Green Bay Road, saying there could be a controversy putting a bike lane over there? Any of this ring a bell?
Green Bay Road, bike lane. Where does he want the bike lane?
I guess on the border there.
Yeah, it's just a two lane road. If he's talking about bike lanes on the road for bikes,
not enough room.
All
right.
I got an idea. All you bikers, right on the sidewalk.
And you know what?
Pay attention to the rules of the road when you're riding your bikes in the street.
And
you do have to stop.
And if you wear those sausage casings, I'm going to open up my car door.
That's a whole nother story. I can't wait to start riding my scooter, because when we ride our scooters in the weekend, oh, those bikers eat. Can't be on the road.
All right, Skoo, that was it. John, thanks for the question.
Peace.
Lake Forest Podcast. We love our comments, unlike transparency of Lake Forest, Lake Bluff. Toodaloo.
The Lake Forest Podcast is supported by viewers, listeners, and businesses just like you. Looking for the best pool supplies? Look no further than Dohany's Pool Supplies. With a history dating back to 1967, this family-owned business offers everything families need to keep their pools clean and sparkling, from chemicals to equipment. Plus, customers enjoy free shipping on all orders. Visit Dohany's Pool Supplies today at doheny.com, DOHENY.com, to learn more. Forest Bluff Real Estate Team serves Illinois, Wisconsin, Lake Forest, and Lake Bluff. John Josephitis, Laura Lee Van Fleet, and of course Michelle Parnell. Get a free market analysis now at forestbluffrealestate.com. For the best cannabis in the world, look no further than Iliad Epic Grow. Owned by Lake Bluff's own Rich Ruzich, they are a cannabis cultivation center focusing on hard-to-find small batch products that will delight both the occasional user and ganjier. When visiting Michigan, ask for it by name. Epic Products, exceptional process. For more information, email info@iliadgrow.com. Navy Communications has been helping first responders arrive safely since 1983. It's owned by Lake Forest's own Mike Havey. Check them out at haveycommunications.com.